have here Ma'am Tan.
Yes, my name is Tanvi Madhusudanan. I'm a manager with the Indo-Pacific Regional Team at the U.S. Trade and Development Agency, or USTDA.
Yes. What is the role of U.S. TDA, ma'am? If you could provide us an overview of the functions of your office.
Of course. So USTDA is an independent federal agency in the United States government. Our role is as the project preparation assistance arm of the U.S. federal government. So we provide grants for feasibility studies, technical assistance, and pilot projects where there is an opportunity for the U.S. private sector to partner with the stakeholders and decision makers in our host countries. So the projects we work on focus on the development of sustainable infrastructure and also promote partnerships with the U.S. private sector.
I understand you're based in Washington. Why are you in the Philippines now?
Yes, so I am based in Washington, D.C. I'm here in Manila for 1 month because USTDA is opening an office at the U.S. Embassy in Manila. We will have a full-time person here, hopefully in early 2023, who will be the financing and implementation manager here and help manage our growing program here in the Philippines across all our priority sectors, including energy, transportation, telecommunications, healthcare infrastructure, agribusiness, and of course in critical minerals and supply chain as well.
When we say energy, when we say transportation, healthcare, is it focused on renewable energy, low carbon emission?
Yes, definitely overall. I cover, in Washington I actually cover our clean energy portfolio in this region. So we are definitely focused on clean energy and decarbonization. So projects that promote sustainability, that promote reduction of emissions while also preserving energy security for the countries we work in.
I understand you have a partnership with Eramen and the Philippine Mine Safety and Environment Association.
Yes, that's actually why I'm here in Baguio for this convention. So we actually today announced a grant that we are awarding to Eramen Minerals for a feasibility study to help them in the development of a sustainable critical minerals processing facility at their mining operations in Zambales province.
What is the objective of this study? What is the expected output? Yes,
so the goal of the study is to evaluate the technical and economic viability of developing a nickel processing facility at Eramen's mining site in Zambales. The study will help define the technical specifications for this nickel processing facility and also help Eramen align with high environmental, social, and governance standards.
How long will this project take?
So the feasibility study itself will take several months to 1 year to complete, and then after that the next step will be for Eramen to implement the actual project, the nickel processing facility, which I think they expect will take several years to complete.
And it will serve as a jump start for other nickel companies to emulate? Is that the purpose?
Yes, that's what we hope. We think this project will advance the clean energy transition by producing critical minerals, which, as you probably know, are key elements in the supply chain for batteries and energy storage systems. So they have a huge role to play in the clean energy kind of supply chain overall.
Meaning this study intends to produce other chemicals which will be used in the manufacture of clean batteries.
The focus of the facility is nickel processing, so it will mostly focus on nickel.
Nickel?
Yeah.
Nickel only. And after the study, after Eramen shall have established the facility, what's next after that one?
So that's really up to, I think, the participants here. We're hoping, this is our first project in this area in the Philippines. So one of the reasons I'm here today, in addition to signing this or to announcing this grant, I'm actually also accompanied by the U.S. Foreign Commercial Service, who also have an office at the U.S. Embassy in Manila. So we are also here to learn about other opportunities where the U.S. companies or the U.S. government can support facilities like this nickel processing facility that Eramen is seeking to develop, and additional opportunities in this very important and growing sector.
And we expect future partnerships with other mining companies.
That's the goal. So if you know of any, please feel free to put them in touch with me or my colleagues at the U.S. Embassy. Like I said, we hope to have a U.S. TDA representative on the ground here in the Philippines very soon. And a large part of their role will also be following up with our partners and learning about opportunities where we can support more grants and projects like this.
Is this nickel processing plant the first in Southeast Asia, or there are other ones that you have supported in the past?
Oh, like for US TDA, this is, I think, our first that we have supported, at least in a long time.
How much is the project cost?
Our grant is around $800,000. That's just the feasibility study cost. So the project implementation cost itself will be significantly more than that, probably in the tens of millions to implement the actual project.
Yeah. And it depends upon the outcome of the study.
Yes, exactly. So this study will help outline the technical and economic viability of the processing facility and make recommendations for how to implement it in a sustainable and economic way.
How about in water conservation, or in water conservation and water potability is one of our problems here. Any projects in line?
I'm actually glad you asked me that question because I cover, as I said, the energy and also
water.
the water and environment sector. So historically, energy has been a larger part of that portfolio, but we are definitely interested in water and environment projects where there is maybe some knowledge exchange or technology exchange between U.S. companies and the decision makers here. So again, if there's any projects that would make sense for US TDA to get involved, we are definitely happy to explore those opportunities. And as an agency as a whole, we have a long history of working in this sector, not just in the Indo-Pacific, but in other regions that we work in as well.
And you welcome proposals from local governments and the private sector?
Yes. So US TDA, we do not have any conditions like we can only work with the private sector, we can only work with the government, we can work with government entities like at the federal, state, provincial, municipal level. We can work with state-owned companies and utilities or other entities, and we can also work with the private sector as well.
Ma'am, surely you have initial insights of the country's mining industry with your engagements with the mining stakeholders. May we have your take or thoughts on the Philippine mining industry, if you have?
I wouldn't say I have any strong thoughts. It's still, like I said, a new area of engagement for us, but we do think the mining sector is critical for things, no pun intended, but for things like critical minerals and for the supply chain in a lot of very important goods and services across, the energy security area. So I think mining will play an important role in the transition to clean energy and in also other areas of supply chain and logistics resiliency.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.